Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. Happy Fibro Friday. I hope you've had a great week and I hope you have a fantastic weekend lined up for yourselves. This video hopefully will not be very long. I wanted to tell you quickly about a new way that I am making my muscle balm. Several years ago, I made a video about this muscle balm, and it is one of my most popular videos. I've made some changes, and that's what this video will be about. Let's put our disclaimers out there. This is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. Please take anything that I say to your doctor before you venture out and try anything. Make good decisions, right? Check anything that I provide for yourself to know whether what I'm saying makes sense for you in your health journey, okay? Brief background, fibromyalgia is not exclusively about muscle pain. It's more of a dysfunction of the nervous system, right? The body reads stimuli in a more exaggerated way. So a little pain feels like a lot of pain, okay? So if it is more of a nervous system issue, that means the remedies that you use for it have to address the nervous system too in order to be most effective. Many of the over-the-counter products available for pain are more so directed at muscle pain. It's more so about, relaxing the muscle, numbing the muscle, all of that. Well, if you use those things and your issue is nerve pain, like with fibromyalgia, you will get limited relief. You will find that you still feel discomfort, probably quite a bit, and those over-the-counter solutions are not comprehensive enough. That was my experience, which is why I started researching different essential oils to figure out exactly which ones might be better for my system, particularly those that help with nerve pain. When I figured out what those were, I started tinkering around with it, combining them together, and came up with a solution that has been absolutely fantastic and that I have used since before I filmed that video 4 or 5 years ago, however long it's been, and I have been using it ever since. That original video, which, if editing Tia is on her P's and Q's, should appear here, hopefully. I put every ingredient that I was using for my formulation at that time, and I still enjoy that particular recipe. I will still make it like that. However, I had to make some changes recently because I found myself missing a couple of items and also being a little short on time, which is what really prompted revising this recipe. I realized I needed it, I was out of it, and I didn't have a lot of time, okay? So let's start off first with how I am bottling it. Of course, in the video, it's in one of those flat metal containers. Now I'm putting it in an amber bottle. Why an amber bottle? If anytime you're working with an essential oil, you are encouraged to keep them in dark glass because sunlight can degrade the quality of an essential oil. So you want the dark glass to help preserve as many of those components as possible. You can get amber bottles from so many places. If you're getting any of the other ingredients off of Amazon, they sell this too, because that's where I got that from, that particular bottle from, okay? They sell it in sets of 2, 4, 6, pretty much any even number. You can also buy one bottle at a time because many people use them for formulations, okay? So amber bottles, let me show you too. Of course, it has a dropper, okay? So I usually just get a dropper full, apply it in my hands, rub my hands together, and apply it wherever I need it, okay? Now, in that bottle is all of the actives, but also the base oil, the carrier oil. I used apricot oil. You do not have to use apricot oil. I studied herbalism, and one of the things in my particular practice tradition of herbalism, you don't have to go and buy all the stuff that you see all the time. You learn to work with as much of what you already have as possible, right? So if you don't have apricot oil, no worries. Look in your cabinets, figure out what oils you have that you would be okay with applying to your skin. For you, it could be you've got olive oil, you've got avocado oil, you might have coconut oil, you might have beef tallow, you might have lard, you might have canola oil, you might have peanut oil, whatever oil you find in your home already that has the texture that you would not mind on your skin, you're not allergic to it, and you don't mind the feel of it, use that. I cannot think of any carrier oil that the average person would have in their home that would interfere with any of the actives, right? I could be wrong, and if I am, please put that information in the description, not in the description, in the comments, and let others know. But as far as I can think, pretty much any oil that you would have on hand that is food grade is fine for this. But also, if you don't have any food grade oils, you can also just use like a mineral oil. Yes, it's not natural, but we use what we have, right? The actives are doing the heavy lifting. The carrier oil is literally just doing that. It is helping with the delivery. So the best oils are the ones that are most harmonious with natural products or natural ingredients like the essential oils, but do what you must to get this done, okay? Next thing, the main active that I use in this is copaiba. I made a video. Did I make a video about copaiba? I may not have. I probably should. I will put all the peer-reviewed research supporting these specific ingredients in the description box. If you don't see them, don't worry, they're coming. I might just be a little slow, but don't worry. I have them, and I will do my best before publishing to put those below. Copaiba is wonderful for nerve pain, which is how it got into my formulation to begin with. I use it. I do not live without it in my house at all times. And if there's ever a moment where it's running low, you better believe there's a bottle on the way. So copaiba is your main one. That one works really well for nerve pain. The next active, copaiba was in the original. This next active was in the original, arnica. This is my personal infused stash of arnica. I had dried arnica flowers. I put them in olive oil, and I've been letting them sit for ages. You do not have to do that. You can just buy arnica. Again, links below. You can just buy arnica already extracted and filtered and ready for use immediately. Okay. If you've got arnica flowers, then you can absolutely infuse them like I did and then strain it as you need to. Okay. The third ingredient that I put in there. Oh, going back to arnica. Arnica is for muscle pain specifically, okay? So arnica is great as a pain reliever. You will find many products that are made for muscle pain include arnica as an active. Okay, the third ingredient is Davana in the original, which is also very harmonious. It sits in between the copaiba and the arnica, working a little bit on both, but overall for pain relief, Davana is wonderful. I was out of it. I forgot to replace it, and I said, I need something else. I need some other active to work between the copaiba and the arnica oil. And since I was out of Davana, I researched some other options and found marjoram. Now, I have had this marjoram for ages, and I had never used it. I just bought it from my own little apothecary, hadn't used it for anything. Did a little more research on it and put it in the blend. I said, yep, that seems like it'll work really good in a pinch since I was all out of Davana. And that's what happened. I used it instead of the Davana, and it has been fantastic. And again, it's going right in this amber bottle along with the arnica and the copaiba. The last ingredient has not changed, which is tangerine essential oil, mostly for vibes, for general wellness. You know, many times you're recommended to have a citrus oil in your blends because it has an uplifting quality, which all citrus basically does. However, if you're someone that says, listen, I don't really need all of that, you can skip that. You can also add a different scented essential oil like lavender. You can use chamomile. You can use, it doesn't have to be tangerine. It could be orange oil. It could be lemon. It could be grapefruit. It could be jasmine. It doesn't matter. You can use anything scented that you want. However, and this is crucial, it will not cover the scent of the copaiba, the arnica, which really doesn't have a very strong scent depending on the version you get, or the marjoram. Particularly the copaiba and the marjoram have their own aroma. I like it. It's very herbal. However, if you're not a fan of it, there is no essential oil that you can put into your blend that's going to cover it. Just know if you dislike the scent, it won't go away, okay? I won't say it won't go away. When you apply it, you will smell it. It will eventually go away, but just know that it's there to do a job, right? So that is what I am currently putting in my muscle and nerve oil. Copaiba, arnica, marjoram, tangerine essential oils. And I add the drops as shown below in the description. I add those number of drops into each bottle. And then I fill up the remainder with the carrier oil and shake well. Then I take a dropper full, put it in my hand, like I said earlier, rub together, apply it to the palms of my hands where I tend to have a bit of pain and tingling. I also apply it to arms, legs, feet, wherever I notice any discomfort. I've been using it particularly on my ankles. My ankles are a little bit of a sensitive spot, so I apply it to my ankles, and I've noticed pretty effective pain relief. Like I notice usually within 10 minutes, I can feel some relief. It can be faster than that, depending on how pronounced the pain is. That, depends from day to day. You just never know. Do I use this every day? No, I don't. I don't have to. However, your mileage may vary. My mother, when she had a series of shoulder pain, which was not nerve pain, she was applying it fairly consistently every night, and she enjoyed it and had no issues with it. Anecdotal, of course, go to your doctor, ask all the questions, right? Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here because this has been longer than I planned and I wanted to keep it brief. Those are the changes. Description box full of information for you. Please consider whether or not you want to have a quick relief oil. If so, then this might be something worth trying. If you want to get the most direct recipe possible, copaiba and carrier oil. That is going to give you such amazing relief. Everything else just boosts it and enhances it. However, the copaiba does a lot of the lifting with this. Okay? I'm tired and I feel like I'm getting a little hoarse, but please have a great day or evening wherever you are. Take great care of yourselves. Have a good time over the next few days. I hope that your weather is going to be amazing. Mine is. It's going to be blazing hot and then it's going to get cool again, just like spring tends to do. I hope your weather is more consistent, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.